Hi, my name is Sally, and I believe that assessment in mathematics has a direct impact upon teachers, students, and learning experiences. Hopefully, by analysing mathematical assessments, which I feel are more relevant, I can help you to be better prepared when assessing your own maths classes. Assessments are a vital tool that will allow you to check your students' mathematical understanding and give you insight into whether you are teaching strategies that are helping students meet their required learning objectives. Within this presentation, I'll discuss two types of formative assessment, observation and self-assessment. Incorporating these strategies into your teaching allows for you to work alongside your students, to listen to their questions in order to help direct their thinking, and to observe their work in order to gain insight into their understanding of maths. Including checklists and notes in your assessment strategies will allow you to keep records for individual students. Self-assessment tools are a valuable way to bring self-awareness, self-evaluation, and enable students to become better problem solvers. Observations are a powerful formative assessment tool. They allow you to meet your students' needs, to identify which ones require more help, and allow you to guide the students that do not have a good understanding to move into the next learning area. It is important that observation of your students' work is carried out continuously throughout the unit. Observation of your students' work may not be valued by individuals outside of the classroom, as it may be seen in some cases as an opinion or a biased judgment. Therefore, in order to give it more validity as an assessment strategy, is it important to incorporate checklists to monitor your students' progress. Checklists allow this informal assessment to be a great measure of your students' capabilities and allows them to achieve the best of their own ability. An example of linking observation to the number and algebra strand of the Australian curriculum would be in a grade 1 class where you observe your students doing an activity on the study ladder, which asks them to enter on a computer the missing numbers between 1 and 100. Their ability to do this would be recorded on the study ladder, and also you could record on a checklist. On the checklist, you would include the content descriptor from the Australian curriculum to ensure they are meeting the standards required. The relating content descriptor for this one is your student's ability to recognize, model, read, write, and order numbers to at least 100 and locate these numbers on a number line. Recording their progress on a checklist provides you with insight into where they require more guidance and allows you to chart their progress. This form of assessment observation is really beneficial for the lower grades, such as a grade 1 class. Self-assessment is used due to a range of factors, such as it allows for students who do not normally ask questions to become more proficient in meeting their own individual academic goals. As Harris described, taking personal responsibility and control of one's learning is a hallmark of academic excellence. As a teacher, you are in a position to help your students take control of their own learning. Using self-assessment tools allows teachers to gauge each student's level of understanding and adjust instructions based on individual requirements. It needs to be said that although there are many benefits, the accuracy of self-assessment can be marked by a positive bias, and some students have also revealed that they may underestimate their competence. This criticism of self-assessment has been argued by professionals over time. The accuracy of self-assessment tools should not be seen as a concern, as they are not grading themselves in a summative form. They are merely using it as a tool to enhance their understanding of their current level of knowledge. To assist students to successfully monitor their own progress, it can be useful to provide them with a rubric, which they can use as their own reporting and reflection tool. It is important that students are given a copy of the rubric before commencing the task. Rubrics may become confusing for students if the terminology is not properly explained. There needs to be a clear list of success criteria, and you need to provide descriptions of levels of performance. As students work through the activity, they are able to monitor their work and self-evaluate and see if they are meeting their required skills. A classroom example of linking the number and algebra strand of the curriculum to a self-assessment tool would be to have a worksheet for students that looks like this. It would have a grid of 81 spaces asking multiplication questions from 1 to 12. After they complete the worksheet using a calculator if they like, they can then use a rubric to complete their self-assessment. The success criteria would be the content descriptor in the Australian curriculum relevant to this activity, which is to represent and solve problems involving multiplications using efficient mental and written strategies and appropriate digital technologies. You would then get your students to assess their own work and get them to problem solve and make improvements using the rubric and keep that as a record for their school report. In conclusion, I hope that I have convinced you of the importance of observation and self-assessments, that they can be utilised during many mathematical activities, and that they will enable your students to increase their understanding of maths and give them the best possible learning experience. Thank you.